Hello everyone. Let's move on to solving questions 5 through 7. For your convenience, I've pasted the table species and trees as part of the second page of today's lecture worksheet. Let's solve question 5, which is asking us to execute this query. Select tree, priority from trees, order by priority, descending limit 1. We already know how the rows will get ordered if we use order by clause, priority descending. We are going to get the rows corresponding to the priorities as 100, 99, 71, 40 and 30 in that particular order. Observe that we are only selecting tree and priority column values, and also that we are limiting the result from our SQL query to a single row. So clearly we are only interested in the tree B. Let me write down the output of this particular query, which is going to be a brand new data frame object instance. The column index will be tree and priority, which is what the select clause here is selecting, and the row index is going to be 0 because it's a brand new data frame, and you're going to get the corresponding values as B, and the priority here is going to be 100. What are we doing with the return value of QRY function, which is this particular data frame object instance? We are converting that into a list by saying list of that particular data frame. What you're going to get when you use the list conversion function is that your list items are going to be the values within that particular data frame's rows. So you're going to get a single dimensional list here, which is going to have items as B and then 100. Let's move on to the next question, which is asking us to execute the query select count of species as C1, count of distinct species as C2 from trees. Let me write down the data frame column index here. You're going to get C1 and then you're going to get C2. The row index is going to be 0. Let's think about the corresponding values here. The first count aggregate is aggregating the number of entries within the species column. So that's going to be 5 here. In place of the species, you could have used a star, or you could have used any other column like tree or priority. None of those is going to make any difference, because keep in mind that SQL data is structured. Because of that reason, all of the columns are going to have values for all of the rows. So you're going to get 5 for all of those count aggregates. The second count here is using the distinct keyword. Recall that distinct keyword enables us to just count the distinct occurrences of values within that particular column. So when you say count of distinct species, you're going to get 2 as the corresponding value over here. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is asking us to execute the query select species, count of species as count, average of diameter as size from trees, group by species, order by count descending. The first thing which we need to focus on here is the group by part. Clearly we are grouping by the species column. The species column contains 2 unique values. Those are going to be M and P. So you're going to get 2 groups. Because of that reason, you're going to get 2 rows as part of your data frame, which is the return value from the QRY function. Let's write down the columns which we are selecting here. The first column that we are selecting is the species column. Following that, we are using the count aggregate and we are renaming the column as count. So let me write down count column. Then we are using the AVG aggregate and we are renaming the column as size over here. So let me draw the data frame table. You're going to get 2 rows which have row index of 0 and 1. I'm going to write down the corresponding values here. The first row is going to have species as m. What will the count column value here be? There are 3 rows within the trees column which have the species as m. You're going to apply the count aggregate for that particular subgroup, which is going to be species m. So you're going to end up with count as 3 here. What is going to be the corresponding size? That's going to be the average diameter for all the maple trees. The maple tree diameter values are 8, 10 and 12. I am getting those from the trees table over here where we have maple rows. The average between 8, 10 and 12 is simply going to be 10.0. Keep in mind that whenever you compute average, you're going to end up with a real value. So that's why you get 10.0. Similarly, for the second row, you're going to get species value as P. The corresponding count is going to be 2. And the average diameter is going to be 7.0, which is the average between 6 and 8. It is complicated to write the data frame lookup operation for this particular question. I would encourage all of you to try to do that on your own and then use the completed notebook file, which is worksheet answers notebook file, to verify your answers. I'll wrap up this video here. In the next video, we'll start solving question 8.